Hi, I'm Mike. This is awkward for me, so please bear with me. I was a heat treater for 13 years and, well, wanted to take a new avenue in life to try and be more self reliant, something more sustainable, and honestly, something that just makes me happy. And doing work like this, it does make me happy. I just never really got much of an opportunity to do it. Unfortunately, I'm also one of those people that, unless you ask me a direct question, I can't really give you an answer because my brain just goes everywhere else. So, as well, yeah, as we go down this avenue, look forward to getting questions and answering them to the best of my ability and, well, growing and learning each other.
Hi, my name is Seth and I am 12 years old.
What are two things that you like about being here?
Well, it is much more open than our house back up in Akron was, so. And we can do a lot more outside stuff here than we could.
What are two things that you miss about city life?
Well, we could get more radio stations there than we could down here, but we can still listen to our kinds of music, so that's good. And Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I know it's a typical answer, but Wi-Fi.
And what do you think about us choosing to do this homesteading thing?
I really like it. You know, it's something I also wanted to do as well. And it's going good so far.
Are you enjoying all the yard work?
Yes and no.
Are you enjoying shoveling out all the poo that's piled up in the barn?
It gives me time to listen to my book, so in a sense, yes.
Okay. Say bye.
Bye.
Hi, my name is Bryn and I am 11.
And what are two things that you like about being here on the farm?
The peace and quiet and all the nature.
And what are two things you miss about living in the city?
My friends and my old school.
Okay. And what do you think about us choosing to come live on a homestead and raise animals and vegetables and...
It's awesome. I love it. And one thing that's hard is not always being able to talk to my friends because I have to do a lot of yard work. And they're at school right now.
Anything else you want to tell them about yourself?
No,
Favorite color?
that's kind of obvious. Teal.
Alright everyone, this is Piper. Piper is 4, almost 5 years old. She loves seeing herself on camera and she loves to FaceTime with people. She thinks that watching YouTube is people talking directly to her sometimes. Piper does have a lot of medical complexities. She is developmentally delayed globally. She does have severe epilepsy as well. that was part of our hesitancy of ever moving out of a city is being further away from medical facilities that can take care of her. But over the past year, with everything going on in the world, we have learned that the further we keep Piper from other people, the better off we are. She was home for the entire year, as were our other kids, because they did online learning through their school system. And Piper was able to stay healthy and stay out of the hospital for the entire year. Once my older two kids went back to in-classroom learning, Piper got sick and ended up back in the hospital. She did end up getting that virus that's going around. And when Piper gets ill, it gets bad very quickly. And she does usually end up on an intubator to keep her breathing because of her epilepsy and the medications they have to give her for her seizures. You gonna sit up and say hello? They're here to talk to you. Yeah. But overall, Piper is a very happy, healthy girl. She does not really talk. She says hi, and she has a couple of other words. She cannot walk on her own, but she can walk with the assistance of braces and special kind of walking equipment called a gait trainer. You don't see a whole lot of Piper because she cannot be out in the sun for long periods of time because of her medications. We do usually have someone in the house with her at all times while other people are doing housework. Generally, it's me in the house with her. But there will be times where I'll go out and work and Mike or one of the kids will stay in the house with her. But she does have to be monitored all the time for her seizure activities. But that's Piper. She's excited to be here. Hi everyone, I'm Gary. As you all probably have figured out by now, Gary or Gary Ann. Ann is my middle name, but most of my family does call me Gary Ann. I am 33 years old, and I have been a stay-at-home mom for the past 4.5 years, since Piper was born and had all of her medical complexities going on. We made the decision then that it would be better for me to stay home and make sure that she was taken care of properly. I was a dog groomer for 11 years before that, which I absolutely loved. It's a wonderful job and a wonderful profession if you truly love animals, which I do. We have been exploring the options of how to get out of the city and how to have land to grow things on. But when you have medical bills and a home mortgage and a car payment, figuring out how to let go of that steady income that you're so used to getting becomes almost impossible just due to fear. I had seen Mr. Brown's videos last November looking for someone to come to this space, and I'd actually mentioned it to my husband then, but we were in such a place of fear at that time. The kids had been home for 6 months straight. Everyone had been home for 6 months straight, doing remote learning for school. No sign of when they would be going back to school, and trying to figure out how we would survive if anything in our life changed was just too scary at that time. So, for whatever reason, with all the algorithms and everything changing throughout YouTube and Facebook and everything, I did not see JB's videos for about 5 months. And then July 4th weekend, one of his videos popped up on my feed, and it said, "Still looking for someone." And my husband had been getting increasingly stressed out with his job and his work. My kids were still... We decided that we were going to homeschool our kids this year because, like I said, with Piper's video, sending them back within 2 months, everybody got sick. And it just... Living in a city that was steadily getting more violent. There's a lot more gun violence going around. And just a general increase in violence. A lot of shortages on the store shelves. A lot of people just being panicked about life. And so when I saw the video again, I went and talked to Mike again about it. And we had a good long discussion about actually doing this. The only reason we are able to is, one, he had, we did have some savings put aside, but we also have the advance on the child tax credit for our income taxes for next year. So we're using that to pay our bills right now. Not that we have too many bills now that we've moved out here, but that child tax credit incentive is literally the only reason he could quit his job. So we're using that to pay the bills and get through right now. As JB, I'm trying to get used to calling him JB, so I apologize. But as JB has told you guys, we are kind of preppers. We're not like crazy doomsday preppers or anything like that. But we do keep a good amount of food on hand in case something happens and we're not able to go to the grocery store. Or any stores for that matter. We believe in being prepared. So we do have, plenty of food that we're not going to go hungry anytime soon. Even if we don't go to a grocery store for months, we'd be okay. But we decided to take this leap, which is a huge leap for a family like ours. We did make sure it was a family decision. We involved the kids in making the decision. It was not just a mom and dad said we have to do this. It was a conversation with everyone. We did make a trip down here to meet JB and see the farm, all of us together. Just to make sure that we all felt comfortable here and around JB, and making sure that this was really something that we wanted to do. My husband gave his 1 month notice for work 2 weeks after that. And 4 weeks later, here we are. We've now been here 2.5 weeks. The kids have been here a full 2 weeks. And I'd say we are adjusting. My husband, honestly, is thriving more than I've ever seen him in our marriage. We've been married almost about 12.5 years. And watching him be able to interact and teach our kids and just interact with our kids in general. He's been on third shift all of their lives. So he's generally either sleeping or at work. The only time we ever really had together was supper time. And even then, sometimes if he was working 12-hour shifts, we didn't get to see him. But I think that's been my most enjoyable thing for the last couple of weeks, is watching him interact with the kids more and watching him learn new things and enjoy building things. And like, he's out there tilling the garden again, and he's spreading the rye seed. I think it's rye is what JB said it was, and getting it tilled in. And he has my son out there working with him, which is amazing. But that's all I have for you guys. Introduction. Thatcher, please don't bark at the kitty. That's all I have for you guys as my introduction. If you guys have any questions for us as a family, please feel free to ask. If it's too personal, Thatcher. If it's too personal, I will tell you guys that it's too personal. I will not answer anything that's out of place for my family. But I don't mind answering questions if you have questions. We are going to be homeschooling the kids, but not online. They will be doing paper schoolwork. Probably for the first time in their lives, because they have had Chromebooks for school since they were in kindergarten. So it'll be an interesting change for them, learning to learn by book and paper and pencil and not have the internet at their fingertips all the time. So we start that on the 7th. We'll see how that goes. But thank you guys for joining us. I hope this is what you were looking for as an introduction to the family. Like I said, if you have questions, just ask. Have a great day.